This is Jeremiah from Townsend Creations. Today we're going to do a brief overview of WordPress. I've come here to a test platform for fresh install. I just installed WordPress using cPanel and Fantastico. First we need to log in. So there's usually a login tab over in the meta section or the standard login. You can type it right in the search bar as your website /WP-admin. That'll take us to the WordPress login screen, and we put in our username and password. And click login. This is WordPress 3.3, and they've made a number of changes. They've put a new toolbar here. We're going to dismiss that image. Anytime you've logged into WordPress, you have this dark gray bar right here at the top of your site. This is the administrator bar. Works great. Helps you get through your site. And then you have this big welcome to your WordPress site. We can dismiss this message, but it basically goes through different aspects of your site. We're just going to dismiss it for now. On the left-hand side, we have different settings and different pages we can go to in your administrative dashboard. Right here, we're in the dashboard. This is the first page you see when you log into WordPress. Most of the objects are drag and drop. So you can see I can move them around just by clicking on the bar. So I can reorganize them. So this makes it easy to change the way your site looks. Another option is we have these screen options in the top right corner. We click on screen options with the drop down, and we have check boxes. So if we don't want to see the WordPress blog, here's the WordPress blog right here. If we don't want to see the WordPress blog, we simply uncheck it, and you see it's disappeared on the screen. Another option is that we can change the number of columns that everything is appearing on. Generally, I leave everything at 2 columns. It makes it real nice for me. We also have a help button, and this gives some different help options. So make sure if you have questions to check out that help button just in case it answers your questions. Moving on from there, let's talk about the left-hand menu bar over on the left-hand side of the screen. The dashboard just gives you an overview of the site, and we're at the dashboard home. But underneath the dashboard, we have a sub-menu of updates. Anytime you see a number next to the updates, it means there's an update that needs to be done. And there's the update screen. But we also have a post screen, media. You can see the different posts. The media. Let me go back real quick. Posts. Posts are anything that deal with your blog. Anytime you have a blog or a blog entry, you're going to use a post. And then we have the media. Your media is anything that you upload, like an image, a PDF file, an audio file that you want to download. Generally, these go in the media library underneath your media tab. But when let's move on from there. There's so much in WordPress. It's so powerful that sometimes I even get confused. Under the Links tab, I generally recommend that you avoid this tab like the plague. it's not really helpful. It just gives you a series of links. There's many ways to paste a series of links onto your site, so I just recommend that people stay away from it. I really think that this has been a part of WordPress that it was put into WordPress a long time ago, and it's just outdated and it hasn't been used. So we're going to skip that. The Pages tab. This is when you want to create any static content, any regular page of content. And you'll notice that it has an Add New button. If you want to add a new page, there's also an Add New Page button here on the left. But there's also a plus new button right here up on your menu bar for adding new posts, media, links, pages, and users. So there's multiple ways to add new pages. And then also, when you hover over the title, this little menu pops up where we can edit, do a quick edit, trash it, or view it. This is going to allow us to edit the page or view the page. We have the comments section. WordPress allows people to post comments on your site. So this is where we control the comments. We can actually edit the comment if they had some foul language in there or something we wanted to remove. We could actually come in there and change the comment. Or we could simply move the comment to the trash and remove it completely. So these top boxes are what we're going to deal with on a regular basis for running and maintaining your site. Now we get to the second set of boxes. These are generally, you set these when you're setting up your site. You come into these sections when you're setting up your site, but then you don't make changes to them after that. The next tab is the Appearance tab. This is where we change the themes, the widgets, the menus. Sometimes, depending on your website template, you might have some different options in here. They're built into your website template, like theme options, backgrounds, headers. And then the editor is how you get to the actual CSS and PHP code for your website. So I recommend you stay out of this editor. It's dangerous. We'll go over that in a different video. The plugins folder. Of course, plugins is how WordPress is so powerful. We have installed plugins, add new, and the plugin editor if we want to actually go in and adjust the PHP of each plugin. But it's very easy to look through the different plugins you have. Then under the users section, the users tell every single user and every administrator that is on your website, every single member of your website. So this is a powerful page that you'll spend time on as you're building a blog, as you're building a membership-driven site. The Tools panel. Underneath the Tools panel, you'll have miscellaneous tools. Sometimes WordPress plugins will be put in the Tools panel. So, like if you're doing a database backup, that might be here in the Tools section. But the main ones that you find here are import and export. Those are two key ones if you are importing from another blog or from another WordPress installation, or if you're exporting your data to another WordPress installation. This is where you're going to find that in the Tools section. And then the Settings section. Underneath the Settings section, there are general settings, writing settings, reading settings for people to how they're going to read your blog, for example, what page your blog is on, what page your home page is on. Discussion settings dealing with how people leave comments and interact with comments. There are media settings dealing with how your WordPress website is going to be storing media. There are privacy settings. This is really just one setting dealing with whether or not you want to allow search engines to index the site, or if you're going to ask the search engines not to index the site. So if you're building a site, generally you say, no, do not index the site. But if you've just built the site and you're ready to go, you're ready to launch, then yes, you allow the search engines to index the site. You click Save Changes. And then your permalinks. Permalinks is how WordPress actually shows the links in the menu bar. For example, okay, I'm going to open up the website in a new tab just to show you what this looks like. And I'm going to come to the sample page. Now you'll notice up in the menu bar here it says the page is /comma or /? Page _ ID equals 2. Nobody's going to remember that, and it doesn't look pretty. It doesn't tell you what page that you're really on. So one of the things we do is we come in here into the settings under the permalinks and we change the settings. I use a custom structure myself. I use a %% category %/ % post name %/. Now what this does is it changes my pages and posts to use the actual page name or the parent page and then page name. Or in the case of blog, it uses the category name and then the post name. Whereas sometimes you just use the post name, or you can organize it by numbers or month or date. But I think that's really confusing. So I use this custom structure. We save changes. I'll come back to the sample page. We're going to refresh just so you can see what that looks like. And now you see it has the website /sample page. So that's really an overview of the WordPress dashboard.